Hi guys and welcome back to the channel Hail Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and want to see more. Coming up, decision made for the 17th club in NRL, and Super League bitter about the ménage à trois with two French teams. Now for the ongoings at the boardroom level in Super League, as Toulouse Olympics promotion has been hailed a historic day for rugby league, but that sentiment has not been received well by many Super League clubs. Sylvain Houlet's side clinched their place in the top flight with victory over Featherstone in Sunday's Championship Grand Final in France. It means that the Super League have two French clubs for the first time next year, with Toulouse joined in to join the Super League with Grand Finalists Catalan's Dragons in the competition next year. However, Rugby League Live spoke to a number of English-based Super League clubs vehemently opposed to having two French teams in the competition. They're voicing concerns over two teams with minimal away support and the impact it would have on their finances, plus adding the burden of flying to France for twice a season. The approximate cost of flying a team to France is around £30,000, and with league fixtures, some clubs face travelling across the channel to play 3 times in 2022. One club boss claimed that Catalan reaching the grand final came at a cost of around £2 million in lost revenue, with a crowd of 45,177, the lowest attendance for a title decider at Old Trafford since 1998. Another top flight Supremo who did not wish to be named said, if you had a secret ballot among Super League clubs about whether they want a French team in, it would be 100% no. But if you say it publicly, then you are lambasted by people who don't know the details. If you're a club which struggles financially, these guys make you struggle even more. If a team like Bradford were in, it's not just the revenue they bring through their away support, it's also the fact that you'll probably have 20,000 people living in Bradford subscribing to Sky Sports in a city with a population of 500,000. Now that is a sentiment that keeps being reiterated, unfortunately. Away support. And you're going to hear that a lot more now. As they also say, financially, having two French teams in Super League makes no sense. While club bosses were reluctant to comment at such a sensitive time for the game as Super League looks to reunite with the Rugby Football League, the feeling towards Toulouse was clear. Recently, Super League Europe and the RFL jointly established a strategic working group to consider the opportunities for the sport and to identify the strategic partner to support delivery of these opportunities. Another club boss said, "It's a very sensitive time in the game right now, with us moving back together with the Rugby Football League and trying to find a strategic partner. If Featherstone going up might not have been the best look for the game, a village team being promoted to the top flight of an elite sport, at least they would have brought a wave following to the Super League grounds. Catalan don't, and neither does Toulouse, so we feel the hit financially next year." There we go again, away support, and I'm going to have my 2 pence about that at the end. Super League is not big enough a competition to sustain 2 clubs with no away support, but it will be interesting to see how it unfolds, and perhaps having 2 French clubs will see a TV deal with a French broadcaster finally happen. Toulouse could potentially be a bigger and more successful proposition than Catalans because of the size of the city and the wealth there. Most of these sentiments, however, were strongly dismissed by Leeds Rhinos chief executive Gary Hetherington who saluted the arrival of a new French club and believed Toulouse's promotion will allow rugby league to thrive across the channel. He told Rugby League Live, "I think it could be a game changer for the sport in France." Rugby league was very powerful in France 50 or 60 years ago, but has struggled ever since. Obviously, Catalan's success in the Super League has reignited an interest in the game, and Toulouse joining the competition can take it to a new level. They were historically a powerful club, and rugby league has been played in Toulouse for a long time. They have had legendary players, and it's the fourth biggest city in France. So I think that the progress that Toulouse Olympic has made has been quite remarkable. Credit to the people involved for their ambition and performance in reaching Super League. We are SLE, Super League Europe, and to have a Super League fixture in France every week gives the game a huge opportunity there, not only for the two clubs involved, Catalans and Toulouse, but also the rugby league authorities in France. It can only help the national team there, especially with the 2025 World Cup set to be staged there. Speaking of a possible financial hit, he said, "We certainly will not be taking it as a financial hit because we will take an unprecedented number of Leeds fans when we play there on corporate trips. Therefore, we will benefit greatly from that. And I also think Toulouse will bring quite a few fans when we entertain them at Headingley. I believe there will be quite a bit of corporate interest in that. So, we certainly don't envisage taking a financial hit from Toulouse being in Super League. We actually believe there will be some real financial benefit from that." I do have to say, Hetherington has been consistent on what his thoughts are about clubs outside of Super League, the Northwest, and everywhere like that, as he was one of the chairmen that backed Toronto to stay in the Super League. Yes, I know that goes back, I'm going back to Toronto again, but it shows precedent with Hetherington. He is an expansionist and is looking 10 years down the line, not the immediate year. A person who's a little bit on the fence but is waiting and see because of the benefits is Carl Fitzpatrick at Warrington. He's the CEO there, and he said that the club was interested to see what impact Toulouse would have on the competition. Toulouse have earned the right to Super League, so we welcome them in and look forward to competing against a club that has never participated in Super League before. We're interested to see the commercial value of two French teams may bring to the competition, be that a French broadcaster, commercial partners, and a support base. As a game, we need to explore these opportunities. Toulouse is a big market city with a population of over 1 million people and will bring colour and culture to the Super League. Only time will tell if two French teams will add commercial value, but there is no question they have earned the right to compete in the top tier. The news what has been most welcome for Toulouse soon to be French partners at Super League Grand Finals finalist Catalan Dragons. The Catalans reached their maiden Grand Final this season, losing to St Helens at the weekend, and Catalans football manager Alex Chan believes Toulouse's rise will ensure a significant growth for rugby league across the channel. Toulouse reaching the Super League is fantastic for French Rugby League because it gives more pathways for juniors coming through, Chan said. In a rugby union stronghold like Toulouse, the success of Toulouse Olympic will prove that there are opportunities to play the 13-a-side code at the highest level. Having two Super League clubs in France will also improve the French national team, and above all, it improves the game can be played outside of its heartlines in the north of England. That has been proven in Australia to great success for many years, But now 2 French teams have found themselves in 2 big finals. Can you imagine having a French Super League derby at the Nou Camp in Barcelona? Now that would be a magic weekend, wouldn't it? And that's where I think that Rugby League will benefit, as they can take more people to St James's Park for the magic weekend and have these 2 battle it out in a big stadium in the south of France. Have it in a neutral venue, 50-50 distance for each of the fans, and say, go and fill it out. Go and fill it. Go and fill it. Prove that you're up there with the rest of us and have it scheduled for Magic Weekend. That's what they should do for the derbies. It's easy enough to do. Now, that's the positive. I'm going to go again, like I have on social media, at those that keep saying, but they don't bring away support. What value do they have with Super League? What away support are they going to bring? Well, as you've seen here, it's mostly about money when it comes to Super League, as clubs do not seem to have a business model where they can run their rugby league teams off their home support, and them not capitalising on growing their home support in any way possible. It is looking at you, Salford, after your grand final appearance, means that you guys are not doing your job and have not done it for over 100 years, and you haven't got enough money anywhere to go against teams like Catalan and Toulouse in Super League Europe. You're not the only one, Salford, don't get me wrong. If there are teams out there relying on away support to boost up their coffers, that makes no sense whatsoever. Away support should be the extra afterwards. You shouldn't be anywhere near Super League if you can't run your club off the money that you get from TV revenue, season tickets, and your expected home tickets sales. If you're counting on away support on top of that, where are you in the real world? We've just had a pandemic. We have just had a pandemic with 0 fans. 0. All it takes is you to fall out like Rangers and Celtic with your close rivals or someone over the other side of the Pennines, and they with a massive support, and you don't give fans you don't get tickets to your game, so that you don't get tickets for your game over there, so you won't give tickets to their away fans over here. Just little things like that, because of reliance on away support tickets. Do better with your home tickets first. Maybe, just maybe, you might get somewhere. So there seems to be a decision being made for who is going to be the 17th team of the NRL of the National Rugby League in Australia. And it seems that a decision has been made, as I said, by the Australian Rugby League Commission, and that has gone to the Dolphins NRL bid. And it seems that they have been backed by a $17 million powerhouse, staving off bids from the Firehawks and the Jets to clinch the 17th licence. News Corp can reveal that the Dolphins are the preferred candidates with the Australian Rugby League Commission to formally unveil the Northern Corridor Consortium as the winning bid this week as part of the NRL's expanded 17-team league when 2023 comes along. It is understood that Wayne Bennett will be the Dolphins Foundation coach, although the former Broncos mentor has not agreed terms with any prospective employer at this stage. ARL chief Peter Vlandis declined to comment on the expansion process, but the Dolphins have been chosen as a standout bidder. Their victory will be formalised in the coming days, pending the organisations meeting some key conditions requested by the ARLC. The NRL's Expansion Assessment Committee met last Friday, and the 7-person panel spent 90 minutes analysing the merits and prospective franchises the Dolphins, Jets and Firehawks could be. The Dolphins have made a fresh follow-up dialogue with the EAC, a clear sign that they are the preferred bidder to be recommended to the ARL Commission. Only an 11th hour bid will prevent the Dolphins celebrating the coronation as Brisbane's second team to rival the Broncos in one of the most significant projects for rugby league in its 113 years history. The Dolphins will be the first NRL expansion team in 14 years following the introduction of the Titans in 2007. The Dolphins' chief bid operator, Terry Reader, told News Corp last week the powerful bid is armed with a strategic plan that will see them hit the ground running if they are given a formal green light by the ARLC. The Dolphins persist in taking nothing for granted, Reader said. We will come to work in the background to be ready to enter the NRL competition as early as 2023 if our bid is successful. The Dolphins believe we are in a strong position to be awarded the NRL license. The Dolphins have the strongest financial backing of any bid. We also have the government support, infrastructure, elite pathways plan, new fan base, and integrated system to grow the game in not only the southeast Queensland but in central Queensland. The Dolphins have detailed a 100-day plan ready to initiate as soon as we're awarded an NRL license to ensure we can be highly competitive from what we can be, which could be our very first season in 2023. The Dolphins are NRL ready and can start today. It would be a wonderful triumph for the Dolphins, who were founded in 1947, the same year as Sydney-based clubs Parramatta and Manly, and boast infrastructure that will make them the second Brisbane outfit, one of the most richest operations in the NRL. The Dolphins boast assets of 70 million Australian dollars and have more than 20 million Australian dollars in cash reserves across their business empire, which includes Radcliffe Leeds Club, a shopping centre, and a gymnasium and aquatics facility. The decision will come as a crushing blow for the Firehawks and Jets, whom had submitted strong proposals that included servicing rugby league in Brisbane's booming Western Corridor region. Instead, the ARLC have opted for the northern option to promote the code in Redcliffe, Moreton Bay and the Sunshine Coast regions, which makes sense considering where they're actually been playing games recently. The Redcliffe-based Dolphins are also 40 kilometres from Brisbane's CBD, satisfying the ARLC. The Broncos and the Gold Coast Titans will not be cannibalised by the 17th team as part of the code's beefing up $100 million broadcasting deal with pay TV partners Foxtel. They are exploring a number of names including Sunshine State Dolphins and North Brisbane Dolphins, and will seek public input before finalising the official brand. Redcliffe is not intended to be the Dolphins NRL team's name, Reader said. Redcliffe will be the Dolphins NRL team base and presents what the Red Hill base is to the Broncos. The Dolphins aim to consult with the community, fans, and the NRL on the final name. That may be included a geographical reference suitable for Brisbane's second NRL team. Analysis will demonstrate that the Dolphins will have the least material impact on the current fan base and operations of the Brisbane Broncos and the Gold Coast Titans. We are confident that our pitch provides the necessary peace of mind, sustainability, and confidence for the NRL to expand the game with the Dolphins. So, congratulations to the Redcliffe Dolphins, or Dolphins NRL team, for getting the successful bid. And commiseration to the Firehawks and the Jets, as they were strong bids from what I've read over their proposals. There is some cause to be a little bit optimistic, as there is another bid coming around for an 18th team in the NRL. Whether they go for the Brisbane corridor again, I don't know. Or they may move further afield, i.e. Perth or somewhere like that, as there is only the cricket that's up there. Time will only tell, but that is between 2025 and 2027, not too far away in comparison to the last bidding process, as I've mentioned 14 years ago. But let's see who's going to get the reins at the Dolphins. And if it is Wayne Bennett, they'll be a tough team to beat, and that'll probably be his last job in rugby league. To build a side that's capable of taking on the Melbourne Storm, the Penrith Panthers, the Manly Seagulls, and his former club, South Sydney Rabbitohs. So that's it for another video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, share the video worldwide, like the banner says above my over here. That's the one up there. But I also want to hear from you in the comments below. Yeah. Understand the feeling that Super League clubs have when it comes to two French sides, or are they just moaning because they're going to lose more money and are not run correctly, like I think? But if you have another opinion, it's perfectly valid. I will tell you now that I won't accept the away fans principle, as all other sports run off their home base or anything else. Anything extra is added money. Beneficial when the big clubs come along in a cup for the lower league teams, but in soccer for instance, but they cut their cloth accordingly. If they're relying on away support to boost up their funding, then the money men are rubbish at their clubs and need firing. But if that's a systemic plan for the entire club, then the club are not being run at all, and fans of those clubs need to ask the questions, why is this business model in place? But that being said, I will say thank you so much for watching. Please remember, share the video with all your friends, tag them in the videos, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever you must in the comments. But in the meantime, stay safe, all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.